All right, welcome. Timeless personal growth and development today. Talking about making better decisions. How you can improve your life by making better decisions. And develop the ability to make better decisions a lot more efficiently. Do you ever find yourself in those moments? I've been through it multiple times where you can't make a call. You can't make a decision. Well, here's an example. When video stores were a thing, you go to Blockbuster, you go to Videotron, Video Club, whatever, when video stores still existed, you go to the video store and you can't make a call. You have three movies you want to rent. You got a video game you want to rent, and you just can't make a goddamn call. You don't know. Like, oh, you just end up buying or renting all of them because you can't make a decision. But what if you only have a certain amount of money where you can only get one movie? You don't know what decision to make. You don't know what call. And you're sitting there and I have spent time, lots of time in a video store, like an hour, sometimes 2 hours, because I couldn't make a decision. I'm just going back and forth and just video store example is a dumb example because at the end of the day, the decision doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what movie. It's a stupid movie. It doesn't matter. But it's a good example. It's a good little metaphor for what happens when we get stuck in situations. When we get stuck into situations, we get stuck in a decision-making process where the decision that we make is actually important and it may affect the trajectory of our own lives. That's when it's important, and that's when it matters. And we get stuck and we don't know what to do or what call to make. How do we stop ourselves from making a decision or making a call? I think the number one is, and this is hard, is to be able to take your emotions out of the decision-making process. Because every decision, every call that we make, when our emotions are too engaged in the situation, then we don't know what to do. Oh, what happens what's the consequences of not choosing this path? What are the consequences for not choosing this path? We won't know. Or maybe there won't be any consequences. We don't know. Are we going to benefit from this path? Are we going to benefit from this path? We don't know. But you have to make a decision. You got to make a call. A lot of the time we don't end up making that decision. We don't end up making that call or making any kind of good choice because we're too preoccupied of what the consequences are if we make the wrong decision. That's okay. Because being able to improve your decision-making ability, you gotta pull yourself away from the consequences. There may be consequences. There may not be. But that's okay. Especially if you're too focused on the negative. Oh, well, what if this happens? What if something really bad happens if I make this choice? It may happen, but it may not. Because if you're always focused on the negative and your emotions are too engaged into the negative consequences that could happen, you're never ever going to make a choice, never going to make a decision. Because feeling stuck into making a decision will cause that anxiety. Instead of just making a decision, making the call, and accepting for whatever consequence comes with it. And that's okay if there's consequences that come with it. It'll happen at times where you make the wrong decision. And a lot of the time when we make the wrong decision in our lives, it's because it is an emotional decision. It's an emotional call. It's an anxiety-ridden call. And that's when more consequences will happen. I'm not saying don't be emotional. Don't be filled with anxiety. We're human beings. It's going to happen. But don't live your life and don't make decisions of your life always based on emotion. When my emotions are very high, I stop myself from making any kind of big decisions, and I wait. I wait. I wait till those emotions come down. If you're ever in an argument with someone, ever in a disagreement with someone, and your emotions are really high, and you're feeling resentful and angry towards that person, and then you say something that you know you're going to regret later, you say something in the moment out of anger, out of frustration, out of resentment, and it feels right in the moment because your emotions are so goddamn high, and then later you think back on that, I'm like, why did I say that? That was a stupid thing to say. Like, why? Well, why are you thinking that was a stupid thing to say? Because your emotions are coming down, and reason and rationale are coming down. So when your emotions are super high, don't make a decision. If you have a big important life decision, work decision, relationship decision to make, don't make it when your emotions are high. Wait till they come down. Because you'll have a better objective view of the situation. You'll be able to make a better decision, a better call when your emotions come down. Because when our emotions are high, we make bad calls, we make bad, rash decisions that we will regret later on. So when your emotions are high, go do something else. Go do something you enjoy. You have a hobby, go engage yourself in that hobby. Go work out, go run, go read, go calm yourself down. Because if you're always making decisions based on your emotions, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. Any kind of business transaction, anywhere, always based on reason and rationale, not emotion. And you hear this all the time when people are involved in trading and buying stocks or selling stocks. You don't want to buy out of emotion. You want to buy out of fear and anxiety that you're going to lose money, that you're going to lose a sale. No, you sit, you trade, you invest your money when your emotions are down. When all the markets came down, like, oh, people are freaking out. We take freaking out because they're going to be able to lose. All the markets coming down, you're going to lose a lot of money. Oh, that's when you take our money out. No, that's when you keep your money in. Because taking your money out of fear that you're going to lose money because the market's crashing is making a decision based on emotion. Stop doing that. Leave your money where it is and let the markets come back up again. It's like anything else. You have a relationship fight with your spouse, go for a walk. Go relax. Don't make any rash decisions that you are going to regret later. And take your emotions out of it. Because I promise you, if you develop the ability to be able to disengage and back off and put your decision-making process, put that on hold until you're ready to do it. And then come back to it later. And you notice too when you're upset with someone and you got to send them an email over a conflict that you're having with them, you got to send them an email and you're writing that email out of anger and frustration because you're angry at that person. Don't write the email. Go calm down. Go work out. Go have a good meal. Come back later when your emotions are down and read that email. And I'm like, that's not an email you should be sending. And then you rewrite the email in a more emotionally calm state. And that'll help your decision-making process. And hopefully, it'll improve your life. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. If you like this video and this was of value to you, like, subscribe. Timeless personal growth and development. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.